Hi, it's Lucy, and today I'm going to be sharing all the notebooks that I'm planning to be using in 2024. I have been watching a bunch of these videos and I just decided I wanted to do one. So that's what this video is. I'm sharing all the things that I'm going to be writing in this year, and that's that. I do want to share the two writing utensils I will mostly be using as well. First, we have the Pilot G2 pen. This I'm sure you've seen around a lot. It's a pretty popular pen. It's my favorite style of gel pen, and it comes in the 0.05 milliliter. I don't know how you measure it. It's 0.05 though. And then I also have this Bastion bolt action pen, which I've shared in a previous video. Just wanted to share again. This is a ballpoint pen, and it's just really nice and kind of luxurious to use. It is on the higher end of pens, but I do have a discount code if you guys are interested at all in this. It will be linked down below, as well as a link where you can buy it. There'll be links for both these pens for you to buy it. Both of them will be affiliate. There will also be links to buy all of these notebooks if you are interested in any of them for whatever reason, for your own uses, or as many links as I can provide, basically. So I'm gonna go in order kind of from biggest to smallest. So let's get these out of the way. This, which is not actually a notebook, sorry, I tricked ya. It is called the Anti-Planner, How to Get Shit Done When You Don't Feel Like It. This was created by Danny Donovan, and this is the kind of, not opposite of a planner. Let me try not to set my apartment on fire. I moved the candle, so I hopefully don't set my apartment on fire. This is basically a book of like worksheets that you can use if you are like not feeling like you can get stuff done, basically. And it's organized by category. So if you're feeling stuck or overwhelmed or unmotivated or disorganized or discouraged, you can like flip to that category and see what it has to offer for you. The creator author gives advice. I know that she makes like a bunch of webcomics for people with ADHD or other executive dysfunction issues, and so I just thought this would be good for me. I asked for Christmas and I got it, and there's just a bunch of activities for you can do. She provides a bunch of like places for you to do the activities so that you can do them within the notebook. And yeah, so this is not exactly a journal, but it is a place to write things, and I just thought it would be useful. And in case anyone else hasn't heard of it, I haven't fully used this yet, so this isn't like a review or anything, but it just seemed cool and it's like a fun thing to have on my desk. Next we have this notebook, which is kind of my goals notebook. This is an Ultra and Olive blackout notebook. The pages are like gilded gold, which I love. You will see in the future notebooks how much I love gilded edges on a notebook. So yeah, this is no exception. It has this like leaping bunny on the cover. This was part of the Archer and Olive December subscription box in 2022. And when we originally got it, it was suggested to be a goals notebook or a project planner. So I decided to use it as a goals notebook. So the first year I got it in 2022, I did use this as kind of like a goals planner, which I'm not fully showing you guys what my goals were, just because that feels personal. Like some of these are personal, just showing you the title pages basically. And I thought I was gonna use this kind of like as some kind of planner in 2022, but I ended up not, so I had a lot of pages left. So last year I decided to just have this as a place where I write down my goals, so that even if I write them in other places, which you'll see that I do, I'll have this one notebook that has like all my goals over the past however many years, which I think is really cool. So 2023, this is just a title page. And then this is just a title page for 2024, the least fancy. I mean, the other ones weren't very fancy, but I use stickers. I might still use stickers. I haven't actually written my goals in this one yet. So you can't purchase this notebook anymore, but I will leave the Archer and Olive website down below. Next, we have kind of the big one, the main one of this year, which is my bullet journal. There's a stain on it, very rude. This kind of looks like an Archer and Olive notebook, except it's not. It is, I guess, kind of a knockoff from Amazon. It's much cheaper. And I got this last year, actually. I didn't finish it, so I'm continuing to use it. You know, you can continue to use notebooks if you don't finish them. I had a hard time with that, but it's fine. And this way you don't waste money. I got this in the middle of 2023, and before that, I don't know what I was doing. I think I had stopped bullet journaling for the first half of 2023, but then I got back to it. This is the only planning thing that I've really stuck to or like found kind of helpful over the past however many years. I don't know, since I started planning things. So just a brief overview. I have this year-end review that I got from Hemlock and Oak, which is another planner company, but they have a bunch of printables on their website if you are interested to have the ability to print. Also, their planners look really good, but I already have this notebook and everything. So yeah, so I printed out the printables, made them fit in here. I did a kind of shitty job gluing them in. And then I made like, not a French door, but like these two pages, like there's a page glued to the back of this, which if I were better would be in between here, but whatever. So that I could have it flip over, trying not to show any personal information. And then there's another page glued over here. And so I had that as part of like last year's kind of bullet journal, the year-end review. And then this is my 2024 like cover page. This year I decided to do a lot of like printing and gluing things in for titles, mostly because this pen had dried up. I think I've revived it, but when I was doing this part, it had dried up. So I ended up printing out the titles and everything and gluing them in. So I just have this like yearly overview calendar over here, title page over here. Above them, I'm not sure you can see that really well, I have and will have these oracle cards that I've been drawing for something that I'll talk about in a second. There's basically an oracle card for every month, and so I'll just have that reminder available to me. The next page, we have my 13 wishes, which is what I'm drawing those oracle cards for. I learned about something on TikTok kind of called, I don't really know what it's called, but basically the idea is that you make like 13 wishes at the beginning of the year, or starting kind of on Christmas Day or the Yule, depending on what you celebrate, what you want. Every day you burn another wish until you have one last wish that you are meant to take care of, basically. And so the person who did that TikTok suggested you write them down, so I have written them down. I don't know if it's kind of too late because it's supposed to coincide with like the beginning of the year and everything, but I'll link that TikTok down below. And then also my just general New Year's resolutions, which are kind of related to the 13 wishes, but also not. And then just into January, it was pretty minimal New Year's spread this year. But yeah, that's my bullet journal for this year, just doing what everyone does. Oh, I realized I forgot to show you the like things about this notebook. So basically this also comes with gilded edges. These edges are silver. It comes with 3 bookmarks. Right now I have one on the like yearly spread, one on the month, and one on the day. It also came with a bunch of stickers, and it has a pocket in the back that everything else that most notebooks like this come with. The pages are like just as thick as the Archer and Olive ones as well. I'm pretty sure it's like 160 GSM is what it usually is, I think. And it has a dock grid. So if you are looking for an alternative to Archer and Olive, you don't have the money to spend, then I think this is a good one. And I like that it comes in these like pleather, fake leather covers. That is the one thing that I dislike about Archer and Olive, that they have way more of those like fabric covers than these leather, faux leather, quote unquote vegan leather. What a scam that is. Anyway, we don't have time to talk about that. Just because I find that the fabric covers tend to get dirty easier for me. Even this, there's a stain on it, which I should try and clean. Next, we have my regular journal for 2024. I did start this in 2023 also, but that's fine. It says Victoria's Journals. I also got this on Amazon. Once again, will be linked down below. I'm not going to show you, there's no spreads in here. I only write in here. I just put the date. There's like a little date here, and then I just write Dear Journal and write whatever I feel like. Yeah, so there's not much to share, but yeah, if you're interested in a journal, I like it. The only thing that's missing, or not missing, but some people like, is there's no like strap to keep the pages closed. But since I only write in here, I don't really need it because I'm not gluing things in. And this one also has gilded edges. These are gold, rose gold, maybe just gold, not sure. But yeah, love that always. And it has these gold accents. Yeah, that's what I would call it. And that's what it looks like from the side. So yeah, just a really pretty notebook. It's like pretty affordable. Obviously, you can go to the dollar store and get a notebook for $1, but I assume that's not why you're here. The penultimate notebook is this one, which is a Muji notebook. It says it is the open flat notebook. It has 80 pages. It has light gray lines. It's kind of gridded. There's like dotted, I don't know if you can really tell. There's like dotted lines vertically, and then also the like darker horizontal lines. I just added some stickers. I think this is actually the back of the notebook, but I already started using it. But basically this one is a food journal. I am dealing with stuff with like food sensitivity maybe and stuff like that, and just like health stuff. So I thought it would be good for me to write what I'm eating down, and so this is what the notebook is for. Yeah, and it's just a plain old Muji notebook. It has 80 pages in A6 size, so it's small, and yeah, it seemed good to carry around when I'm eating. Last but not least, this is another Archer and Olive notebook. This is, I don't know what they call this, but this is like the mini size. I think this is, actually it's a little smaller than this A6 notebook, so I don't really know what size it is. It's like, yeah, it's a little shorter and a little thinner. So it's really cute and compact, really like it. I think this might have come in the same box as my like goal notebook. I'm not sure, but it definitely came from an Archer and Olive subscription box. I'm just not sure which one. Once again, I don't think you can get this exact notebook, but again, I'll have the Archer and Olive website linked down below. So this is going to be my reading journal. A few years ago, I added reading spreads to my bullet journal, which was good, but I decided I have these notebooks. They came in that subscription box, so why not use it? This is the craft paper one, mostly because I cannot find the white paper one. I definitely started using that, and I've decided to just start anew. So here are my reading journal spreads. Once again, not the fanciest, just draw with my bad handwriting, basically. I have a 2024 bookshelf, which is not filled in yet. I'm planning to draw spines for all the books that I read over the course of the year. Next, we have my 2024 reading goals, which I'm going to talk about in another video, but you can see them. And also the A to Z challenge, which I saw in a lot of other people's reading journal videos, flip throughs or whatever. And I thought it was fun. I'm not really trying to accomplish this, honestly, but I just thought it would be fun to keep track. So I have the letters A to Z. They just perfectly fit in this tiny notebook. And then I will fill in a title as I read books that start with that letter. Also, I have this 2024 daily reading tracker, which I guess I could have wrote tracker here. And the goal here will be to just color in every day that I read, not coloring in how much I read that day or anything like that. I'm not color coding that or anything, just whether I read or not, because I have tried that in the past, like trying to count how many pages I read each day. It was hard for me to track because you have to keep all these other tracking, and like I might do it for a video in the future for like a couple of days, but not like every day forever. That's not realistic for me. And last but not least, we have my January TBR, which is not filled out because I am not a good booktuber. Yeah, so that's my reading journal, all that stuff. And those are all my notebooks for 2024. Okay, so these are all the notebooks that I have to use over the year. Now that I'm looking at them, it is quite a lot. And I'm not the best at filling in things, but we'll just see what happens. I just really wanted to share. If you have any questions about any of the notebooks, or if you want to share what notebooks you'll be using, or like what you'll be using notebooks for, if you keep a journal, if you have a bullet journal, if you also have a reading journal, whatever you use notebooks for, please share that down below. In the comments, also leave a notebook emoji if you just want to leave a comment. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye!